Hello and welcome to my channel and welcome to the southwest of England. Today we're out on our very first hike since moving officially back to England, so it feels a little strange to be walking here rather than in Germany, but so far we are enjoying it. It's going to be about an 8-kilometre walk. We started off in a village called Exe and then followed a path that took us alongside a mainline railway line, alongside some electricity pylons and beneath the M5 motorway. So whilst it's rural, it's a little bit spoilt, I guess you could say, by the activities of us human beings over the last couple of centuries. But maybe there's a certain beauty in it. I'll show you a little clip now and let you judge that. Anyway, we are now walking away from the motorway, so I hope it'll become more peaceful and more beautiful, and I hope to be able to share some nice countryside with you, and perhaps I'll give you some little updates on my week since arriving here from Germany last week. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this video so that it contains some clips from other things, such as the bonfire we went to last night, such as some little strolls I've had in the evenings reflecting on different things. Saturday we did a park run, so that's a fantastic event or series of events that happens across the country each Saturday morning. I understand it's been running for 20 years, and in our little town there were about 400 runners, and my wife and I ran that together. It's only 5k, but it was a good community event. You know, lots of people there cheering us on, lots of people helping with the organisation. And it generally made me feel good and reminded me that the most important thing in a new country are the people. So I've just published my first ever LinkedIn post, and I don't know why, but I feel very nervous about this. It's strange that I've written a book and sent it out to 15 of my closest family members and friends, and yet I feel more nervous, I think, about this than I did sending the book out. But anyway, I'm really pleased I did it. It's one of these things, along with the half marathon and my YouTube videos, that has helped me to mark the transition from life in Germany to life in Devon. I have been pondering over applying for a job or offering my services to maybe the local council or something like that. So we'll see. I have updated my LinkedIn profile, updated my CV, and perhaps I'll start trying to look for work. But I'm being very choosy. So on my LinkedIn profile I said I'm available for work, but only part-time and not in the office. So I said hybrid or remote. So I'm being very picky. I'm at a different stage in my life and I want something different right now. So even though I have these moments where I wonder what day of the week it is, wonder what I'm going to do in my day, I'm not going to act out of desperation with this, and perhaps I might opt for volunteering as well. How fantastic, the sound of the sea and the sound of the church bells. I cannot think of a more idyllic setting. How lucky am I to live somewhere like this? It's absolutely amazing. And one interesting thing about this walk as well, not only is it our first walk back in England, but it's also our first walk where we haven't had a car to take us to the area where we're going to do our hiking. So I think I've probably mentioned it in previous videos that I gave up my company car when I left Germany, and we are experimenting with a new lifestyle that involves us relying solely on public transport or our feet. So not sure if that's going to work. We're doing it for financial and practical reasons. So buying a car here would be expensive, and parking it would be difficult because we live in a town centre. So yeah, we did it for those reasons. But since hearing the news this week about the UN report on climate change and how we're not doing enough to prevent the temperatures from rising, I feel quite pleased that we're trying to live our lives without a car. So today we excitedly got on a number 2 bus, went straight upstairs so that we got the best views of the local countryside, and off we were like a couple of excited school children out on a day trip. A couple of months ago I posted a video to YouTube of us hiking through the Netherlands, and I showed you a canal there that didn't look dissimilar to this one actually. So man-made, but wider than the traditional canals that we have here in England. But in that video I said that the canal we were looking at then was typical of the kind of canals you find in the Netherlands and in Belgium, and not typical of what you find in England. So I just looked this up, and this canal was built in 1566, and it is wider than the traditional English canals, and it's because they used it for sea vessels, so ships and things, to sail up to Exeter, because the River Exe was not navigable. So we've now decided to do our own route. We've switched the app off that guides us through our hiking trails, but on this occasion we've decided we'd much prefer to follow this canal through to the River Exe and then on along the river a little way until we find a train station or a bus stop. This is a much better scenery if I just pan round a little, because we're supposed to now be heading over those fields, and we've noticed it's quite muddy. They've obviously had a lot of rain in recent weeks, and traipsing across all these sodden fields doesn't really appeal to us. And there's a train. So here is where the canal enters the River Exe. And now we're going to follow the river further on towards the coast. What a beautiful walk. This has woken me up after a very bad night's sleep. I think I've told you before that it appears I live in absolute paradise for 5 days of the week, but then on Friday and Saturday night it's more like a nightmare as the crowds exit the local pubs and the club down the road and start all their fighting and shouting. And yeah, it woke me up in the early hours of this morning. Oh my goodness, this is just lovely. Really lovely. We're now a long way from that M5 motorway and all of that horrible stuff over there. It's quiet, peaceful and tranquil and beautiful, and everything you'd want from a Sunday walk. And I'm even going to get a train coming through now. It's only one of them little ones though, but I've got it on video. So I hope you enjoyed those clips from earlier in the week, and especially the bonfire from last night. That was just amazing. Our very first bonfire back in the UK in, oh, well, 15 years I guess, or 16 years. And it wasn't actually bonfire night. The bonfire night is 5th of November. Last night was, well, I don't know what the date was actually, but late in October. And that's because they have to arrange it around the tides, because the main events take place on the two beaches either side of the estuary that you will have just seen. But a wonderful evening, and this has been a fantastic walk too. So despite my grumpiness, my lack of energy because of the bad night's sleep, I feel alive and happy. And it's been a good day and a good week, and I hope you're also having a good week wherever you are. Take care of yourselves, and I'll post another video again soon. So all the best. Thanks. Bye.